Hey, start with huge shout out to GOA for building this incredible learning opportunity for all of us, and great thanks to all of my colleagues. I really feel like we all brought it this week and engaged deeply, so thank you. Um, Second, on during the week I worked a little bit on my Noble Summer Seminar and more on my ninth grade HHC curriculum. Thirdly, and I think worth mentioning is that not surprisingly, I found that both my thinking and my creating were pretty non-linear throughout the week. So for instance, on the relationship day, I created a video that I think did help to establish the relationship with my students. But in reality, what I was doing was communicating a total reboot of my navigation day 4 of the course. um, you know, these buckets are artificial. Similarly, day 3 on assessment, I didn't actually create anything, and yet my thinking and rethinking and pre-planning, I think, has the potential for really great positive impact on the course. All right, specific tools and strategies. Strategy A, I know that I can see and predict, sort of step into a student's perspective when I'm working with a colleague on their lesson plans or online format. And yet in my own stuff, I too often miss stuff until I'm walking through it with my own students. So I want to make a habit of tapping people like you guys to give me direct, honest, constructive criticism before I launch something. B, every time we ask students for input and give them choice and then respond to it, it increases their buy-in and helps to strengthen their trust in us. I do this some, and I'd like to do it more often, which will require me being intentional about it. My dogs say hello. C, I'm a big fan of this one sentence lesson plan, and what I've created here would be a format to use, essentially put my entire quarter's syllabus on it. Doing so would force me to rise above just the what am I going to do today, or what am I going to teach my kids, and keep myself from patting myself on the back for going to the how, like this is how I'm going to have kids understand this what, and really get to the so what, the why. And furthermore, doing so will allow me to, will sort of keep me truer to publicly stated course competencies, which FYI don't really exist at the moment. So this is an in process, taking the GOA competencies, taking some of our course outlines and trying to articulate some HHC course competencies. Ta-da! Got it. E, assessment. All of that thinking, but not actually creating. I do summative assessments, engaging student-directed, self-motivated projects with my older kids all the time. And it's incredibly fruitful. And I do it less with my ninth graders, and that's just silly. So that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is that there's a lot of content that I could have kids learn through formative assessments. I do that with any kind of geographic locations. I've done that for the last few years. And there's more content in HHC that I could have students learn at their own pace, asynchronously, through formative assessments. And that would free me up for more summative assessment time. And lastly, I'm working on this one, but less is more and more is less. I haven't fleshed it out entirely, but basic gist is this: covering less content will lead to more student learning, not to mention more student interest, student curiosity, student likelihood to pursue it in the future. And the more is less, is that giving students more agency, voice, choice actually creates less tedious work for me. Thanks for a great week.